motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Otis. It's dropped after taking the hit. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Out wide right, it's Lindsey. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
The Noles will line it up on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. They'll run the screen. Could not make his way to the corner. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
3rd and long coming up. Wants to throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Handoff for Frazier. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Lewis to throw. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
3rd and long right here. the gun on third down, Lewis. Turns it upfield. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be fourth down.
And you see these so much more in college football now. Decisions on fourth down. Listen, when it's fourth and short, and you got a chance to establish yourself, especially physically at the line of scrimmage, field goals are great, but touchdowns win games. And so this first drive, man, assert yourself, be physical, get this fourth down.
Turning it on. He's at the 10. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
And, man, that is crushing to a defense. You force the fourth down. You know they're going to run the football. You're bringing guys near the line of scrimmage, and you can't get him to the ground. Not only does he get the first down, he gets a huge chunk after that. This defense is definitely going to be deflated.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Right back to the well. Bring him down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. Making the adjustment on the play. Motion from the back. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. The run inside. It's Lindsey. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision. And the Noles will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. He got nothing on the return. Standing job there. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Throwing, Lewis. Trying to hit him with with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Lewis wants to pass. Back's got it on the screen. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Bulldogs. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Lindsey. He breaks a tackle. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Can't get him to the ground. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Fires to the big fella. Across the 45. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Wide receiver going in motion. Sets his feet. It's Otis. Fires to the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Running inside. It's Lindsey. Oh, he's got some space. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Going to the run, it's Lindsey. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's 2nd and short after a good run on 1st down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a 3rd and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answer so far. Trying to squeak through the pile. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
You wonder if the pick earlier in the game is now affecting this quarterback, and not just his psyche, but also his fundamentals. He threw that ball off his back leg. You're not going to throw completions playing like that.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Tight end now in motion. Hit as he throws. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Noles! Man, did he get walloped on that play.
He did. He got smashed, but what happened? He got the touchdown. That's all that matters. I don't care if I get hit, Coach. I got me a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead at half, down 14-7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Lindsey. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Got him on the RPO. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Otis. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. They want to run it left here. There he goes. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he almost had a pick.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, it's Lindsey. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. He can get this one up in the wind. It ought to carry for a while. Oh, trickeration. He's throwing it. And he makes the catch. Now can he get to the sticks? They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap into the up back, completing the pass.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Looking for a man. It's Otis. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Georgia. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week 1 is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Motion from the wideout. Stopped in the backfield as this defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. Just enough time to get off one more snap. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Wants to go up top on second down. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's first take a look at Georgia State taking on the number 13 team, the Utah State Aggies. And it's Georgia State able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Frazier. Taken down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
And obviously that linebacker is getting up with a little bit of juice, a little pep in his step. That was a great lick. Nice job seeing the ball thrown, breaking on it, and really delivering a good blow. But how about the credit to the receiver? Holding on to the football when you're getting hit by a big linebacker in college football, that's a big-time play.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Lewis. Rush right in his face. Wide open downfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Handoff for Frazier. Shakes off the defender. He's past the marker. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Turning it on at the 30. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Lewis to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Lewis to throw. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. They're working that left side, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Runs through the tackle. He steps out of bounds, couple yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup. Now on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Otis. Moving out to the right. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Selling the fake. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Jackson. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this second half.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, going to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Breaks loose. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup.
And they'll fake it again. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Otis. Finds his tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. And the Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The Noles have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Just keeps slinging it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Throws it off the RPO. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. Needs it here on 4th down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Breaks into the open. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing. Lewis unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Just smothered on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Fires on the move. He's got it.
I mean, some quarterbacks have a hard enough time just completing passes in the pocket, but to do it on the run, like when you got that kind of speed and that kind of momentum going, it takes a special kind of athlete, and that quarterback, he's a different breed.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Lewis. Working that left side now. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Dogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Here's Nate Frazier. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal, going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And the extra point was good. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. Looking for the edge. Keeps it. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And the Knowles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Takes a handoff. It's Singleton. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game tonight.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake.
Well, they thought they had the look they wanted for a fake punt there, but the defense was just way too alert. Give them credit for getting the stop, and now they set their offense up in great field position.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Ready to go.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.